Now, I hope you have worked out everything. You put your transitions, your clip, and your cuts are perfect, and you are ready to export. Of course, you are going to export this timeline, but it's important to give a name to the timeline. Until now, we haven't done so. Now, I know that my timeline in the master, but in case your timeline is in somewhere mysterious, you can go to timeline, and then the last option here, find current timeline in media pool. If you select it, here you are, it will jump to the timeline. Now that's what's happening here. I can go through the timeline and set a poster frame for the timeline. Here it is, set poster frame. So this timeline will always have this kind of thumbnail. Of course, if you scrub through, you can see what's happening, but this is the thumbnail. The timeline by default has timeline 1. You can click on the name and write a new name. I'm gonna call it cut page. Same as the project, and press enter. It will commit to the name. Now to export from the cut page, you have the option here that is quick export. This option is very useful if you're working on social media or even if you want a simple MP4. So click on it, and here you have 3 options. H.264. This will create an MP4 on your storage media, on your hard disk. And you have the YouTube option and the Vimeo option. In H.264, now you can see here the settings for the timeline. You can click export and it prompts you to select a folder where you are going to save it. Notice that it has taken the name that you have input for the timeline itself. The other option is YouTube. You can sign in to publish directly to YouTube, and Vimeo is the same. I will show you YouTube here. You say manage account. So you can sign in. You will input the email address and the password. And when you have signed in, you can see here signed in as and your email address. And of course, you can sign out. Now, save. Now you're back to the quick export after you have signed in. You can write the description for the video as per YouTube, and the visibility here, private, public, or unlisted. And then you have the category that can choose. Of course, these are for YouTube. And then you click on export. Now it will render, save, and export at the same time. Here you are now, it started rendering, and later on it will save. I will cancel this one. In case you're wondering, if you come to preferences over here, and you go to Ethernet account under system, this is where I signed in. Okay, you can sign out or sign in to other accounts if you like. So it's up to you now. Use the quick export and go ahead and upload to YouTube and copy and paste the link in the Q&A section of this lecture. I'll be very happy to see your work in the cut page. See you in the next video.